Alright. So, the SKS, baller weapon. Not so baller when we start talking about the 4 fundamentals of marksmanship, which are aiming, breathing, sight picture, and trigger squeeze. SKS problem with trigger squeeze is that it's got this gigantic, bulky safety right on the side of it that really it takes up like a whole digit of your finger to wrap your finger around there. So we're going to remove this today. Remove this today, and you guys, I think, will be amazed at how much your shots tighten up and how much better of a trigger you can make it. Now, tools. What are we going to need today to do this? I use a hammer. You can use a rock. I also use a wood block. You could just use the butt of your rifle, like really. So, without further ado, step 1, make the rifle safe. Empty all the bullets. Pull back. Check chamber. Everything's good. Golden. Alright. Put the rifle on safe. Now, this is assuming you also is assuming you have the cleaning kit that comes out of the buttstock, right? You're gonna need that intact in order to do this. But so you grab your cleaning kit. Inside the cleaning kit, you're gonna find a little punch, little holy punch. There's only 3 tools in here. One's a brush. The other one is, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. Some kind of rotating, spinny, grimy taker-awayer thing. The other one is this little punch right here. Now this punch will go to all your pins on your SKS, which is fucking baller. So we're gonna take that out. I know you guys can't see the table yet, but all we're trying to do is get to the trigger group right now. So we take the pin out. That's golden. Next we're gonna remove the cleaning rod, because this is what I use to take the disengage the trigger assembly from the receiver. So charge, we'll put on safe. Now I think this has to be on safe in order to do this. If you don't put it on safe, I don't think you can take this apart, but you can watch disassembly videos to figure that out. You can also use a bullet to fit in this little notch behind the trigger guard. All you gotta do is push down, comes right up. Voila! The trigger group. We're done with this. We're not going to use this anymore. So, let me rearrange the camera, zoom in on the trigger group, and I'll show you what's up. Alright, so this is going to be upside down. I apologize. Well, I guess here, I can face your way while I do it. These bullets out of the way. So this is surprisingly easy. You can take your wood block or the butt of your gun, stick it down on the ground. You're going to lay, so you see the trigger right here, the safety's right here. It's pretty obvious to see which pin the safety is connected to. It's that one right there. And all you're going to do is punch that out, man. That's it. So, you guys might not be able to see this. My hand might be covering it. Let's see here. So I use my palm to hold it down, put the punch on. Alright, and boom, nail her out. Some of these are real hard to get out too, by the way, the punch, so don't be scared to use your man hands. And the safety will come out just like that. And that's it, that's all the safety is. Putting it back in is a little bit more difficult. It's the exact same process, it's just, I don't know if you can see in here, there's a little like fork-shaped bar. When you put this back in, you got to really cram the bar up. You have to use pressure to cram the bar up, and then you can nail this pin back in. But all we're going to do, hammer that bad boy back in. Nope, not all the way there yet. Alright, and reassemble our gun, and you guys will be amazed how much the trigger changes on the SKS after doing that. But anyway, hope your shot group's tightened up, and that is how to remove the safety on an SKS. And like I said, reassembly, if you're interested, is the exact same way. You just kind of got to use your man hands and really pound that pin in there. So, toodaloo! Alright, dudes, I'd like to say I forgot to show you, but I honestly didn't know about this myself until I put it back together. So, this is going to be real hard for you to see, but remember that fork we were talking about, which is right there? You have to make sure this fork is on. I mean, it still works. I function check the gun and everything. It works fine, but you got to make sure that fork is above the safety pin, the pin that we took out for the safety, before you drive the pin back in. Otherwise, it's gonna. Man, I really don't know if you can see. Try to point to it, tilt it, move it. I don't know, but it's sitting back there. So make sure that fork is above the safety pin. Not really a big deal, but I don't know. That fork looks kind of like maybe a delicate piece. So I gotta take the whole gun apart and then remove the pin, then put the fork back up, then put the pin in, then put the gun back together now. So, but oh, that trigger is sexy. It's sexy. I want to have my babies. It's worth the effort, at least, isn't it? All right, there we go. Hopefully, we won't have any more problems. Removing an SKS trigger.